So what do you need to expect for this overall trading week? What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions, and let's go ahead and jump right into it. So this upcoming week is a pretty significant week when it comes down to tech earnings. We have companies like Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, and Meta that are going to be reporting earnings, and I wanted to make sure that you guys were aware. Also, the Federal Reserve this week, based off of the Fed rate decision, is going to decide if they are going to be raising, pausing, or cutting interest rates. We're going to talk a little bit more about that, especially the Fed rate hike, as that's going to be, I think, in my opinion, one of the most significant Fed meetings that we've had in some time. But very quickly, so what companies are reporting earnings? We have Microsoft reporting earnings on Tuesday after the market closes. We have AMD reporting earnings after the market closes on Tuesday. We have Boeing right before the market opens on Wednesday. We have Meta that open right after the close on Wednesday. And we have Amazon and Apple that reports right after the market closes on Thursday. Those are the most significant companies that report earnings, but I'm sure based off of what you can see here, there's a list of companies that maybe you are aware of, or maybe you're even invested in. And it's really important to understand that if they are about to report earnings, extreme volatility does present itself. The stock can quickly gap up or drop based off of what the market expects that it's going to report versus what it actually reports. In my opinion, for complete beginners, it is not the best time to be trading a stock right before it reports earnings, because again, you do not know if it's going to beat or miss earnings. Therefore, you can quickly put yourself in an unfortunate scenario, especially if you're aggressively invested in this specific trade. So just wanted to make sure that you are aware that this week is a very, very, very significant earnings week, because we have a lot of big tech that are going to be reporting earnings. And based off of the video that I made yesterday, we all know, right, that these big tech companies have recently pulled on back. So are they going to go lower for longer? That's the question that you should ask yourself. Or are we going to finally find our support and begin to show signs of recovery? So it's a very exciting week where we could see this to be a critical point where either markets begin to recover back to previous highs, or they get sent lower for longer, and again, present more opportunities for those that want to buy at those lower levels. The other thing that I quickly want to bring up is the Federal Reserve calendar. So you guys all have access to this. There should be no excuse on why you do not have this on your actual trading computer. But again, today is June 28th. So when it comes down to this upcoming week on Wednesday, so this is going to be on July 31st, we have the FOMC meeting. So the way that this normally works is that at 2 p.m. Eastern time, so make sure that you understand that at 2 p.m. Eastern time, there's going to be a Fed rate decision. And then 30 minutes after, Jerome Powell is going to go live and answer some questions on that decision itself. If they raise interest rates, if they pause interest rate hikes, or if they cut interest rate hikes, that will all be disclosed during his speech 30 minutes after. If you're a little bit newer, I do want to let you guys know that I do go live during the Fed rate hike, and then 30 minutes after, I also go live while he begins to answer questions from reporters on how they came to that decision, and is this going to be the first time that the Federal Reserve actually begins to cut interest rates? Well, there's pretty high expectation for that. So again, if you've never tuned on in, this might be a time on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern time to tune on into our free live stream. And again, all I literally ask you to do is drop a thumbs up on this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your post notifications so we can go live together and watch the market react to what the Federal Reserve decides to do on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So with that being said, we are going to be hosting our Sunday Stock Talk today. That's going to be at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But I just wanted to make sure that ahead of time, you understood what the significance of this week is, and that is the Fed rate decision on Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. So there's no excuse on how you were not prepared or not aware that there could be a quick shift of direction. And also, big tech is reporting earnings like Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, and Meta. And again, they really do move markets. So if they aggressively begin to sell off or aggressively begin to recover, we cannot be surprised. There's no excuses. You are all aware of it. And again, I want to make sure that if you have any questions about that, either feel free to ask me down below or feel free to shoot me a direct message via Discord. I appreciate your time. Hope that earned a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you later today for our Sunday stock talk. And remember, if you want to tune on into my live trading sessions, that's the second link in the description down below. We'll see you then.